Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the Theme Park Evangelist. Before I get too tired, I might as well go ahead and do a quick YouTube video for the night. I have been so busy, my word. I usually have all this time in the world to work on a YouTube video, but since I've been spending so much time with Katie, as crazy as it is, I just haven't had a lot of time to myself, as sad as it is, but at the same time, I am extremely happy that I have been able to spend a lot more time with her also. But I did want to at least do a My High School Dayz YouTube video. I do eventually want to do another Rise and Fall YouTube series, even if I do eventually have to use my phone to do it. But I would prefer using my dad's computer. I know it's going to be a lot harder for me to use my dad's computer to vlog now that he is a full time librarian at the Boone County Public Library, which is literally just a few minutes away from where we live. Just to give everybody a rough idea about that. But before I get started on my YouTube video today, which is going to basically be titled, um, How Did Going to Candlelight Teach Me to Become Independent? I figured that would be another interesting YouTube video to talk about. But like I do every week, only once a week and always at the beginning of the week, I always like to talk about my upcoming vlogs for the next few weeks or so. So, with that being said, this Saturday I was originally going to be uh, vlogging over at Soak City, and unfortunately, I didn't make a lot of money this past paycheck, which was last Friday. I went ahead and paid my parents the rent, and then I've been paying off the credit card forever now. Seems like it'll never end. The credit card that never just seems to want to pay itself off and stay paid off. And gas is just atrocious right now. Even with my car, it still costs me $40 a week. It's disgusting. Oh my word. And I haven't had a haircut in 2 months. And my hair is ridiculously long. I mean, look at this. It's like literally covering up my ears. It's this is not happening right now, but yet it is. So yeah, I really need to get a haircut tomorrow, and even though I really can't afford it, I really need a haircut. So sorry, I did not mean to do that, but yeah, money's just been interesting so far, and yes, I am extremely thankful that my dad is willing to transfer me back $100 into my checking account for now and see how that holds up, and then he'll give me another 100 if I need it or whatever. But he's giving me small amounts at a time just to see how long I make it last, and then I'll just give him back everything that I basically borrowed back next Friday. So yeah, this Saturday I was gonna go out to Soak City, but I just really can't afford it right now. And Caitlin has not felt comfortable with me, or well, how should I put this? Caitlin has not felt comfortable of spending as much time with me ever since I started spending all this time with Katie, and I guess her husband still thinks that I'm spending too much time with her, which is stupid because I even verbally said to him on the phone that I'm spending all this time with Katie now, and there really is no reason for him to feel jealous. And even he admitted to it, but yeah, he still is acting like I'm trying to steal his wife again. It's like, dude, why? I'm literally spending every single day with Katie. It's like, why would I want to steal your wife? That makes no sense. I am very interested in this girl I am hanging around, and that's as far as I'm going to go at that. So, as far as what else am I going to do this weekend? Well, my coworker Laura, who works in retail, arranged for us to do this Coney Island thing, and that's going to be on Saturday. Sorry, not Saturday, Sunday. So let me go ahead and read you guys the details that she sent me. See what I can find here. Uh, Here we go. This is pricing parking $20 before 2 p.m., $25 after 2 p.m. So we're going to get there before 2 p.m. and pay $20 for parking. I'm assuming that Katie and I are going to ride together in one car, and we'll just pay for parking with one car. And then on top of that, we have to pay for tickets, so that's going to be $10 at the gate. Tickets to Sunlight Water Adventure on July 3rd include parking and admission for Balloon Glow. Okay, then. So I guess it's only $10? I don't know. Click here to purchase a day ticket to Sunlight Water Adventure. Traffic note: due to fireworks and safety regulations, all vehicles parked through Gate 1 will not be permitted to leave the park from 9:45 p.m. until the fireworks are over. Gate 3 will remain open. We're not actually going to park at Gate 1. We're meeting at Gate 3. So that is not going to be a problem for us. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing on Sunday. Me, Katie, Caitlin, her husband, and then my coworker Lori, you probably remember from Winter Jam, are all going to be going out to Coney Island on Sunday. And then Katie and her roommate Ellie invited me out to Newport on Monday to go and see the fireworks. So I figured I would vlog that. Also on Sunday, we're going to be watching the fireworks over there. So I'm going to basically have 2 days worth of fireworks, as cool as that is. Wednesday, she invited me out to a cookout, but I'm not going to YouTube that or anything. That Friday, which is next Friday, I'm going out to the zoo with Katie, so I'm going to be vlogging that as well. It's just going to be the two of us. And then the following Friday, this is something my brother and I planned back a few years ago. This is just going to be my brother and I. The stadium tour is happening in Cincinnati at the Cincinnati Reds Stadium. So my brother and I are going to drive out there. Actually, took the whole day off. And we're going to go and see Def Leppard, Poison, Motley Crue, Joanne Jett and the Blackhearts. It's going to be epic. I cannot wait. I figured since Katie likes to sleep in on her days off anyway, and she's probably going to come pick me up, next Friday on her way to the zoo, or our way to the zoo. I was going to go ahead and go get my car an oil change and a tire rotation. I already scheduled it in advance. And when I get back, she should be just waking up. And then she'll probably be a little bit after that. But we will see. As I said, I don't expect her anytime soon. And even when she does talk to me more about making plans, I really just will make sure she knows I'm going to go get an oil change that morning anyway. So no hurry, even if we don't even get there till noon. I really don't care. It's not like I don't have anything going on that day anyway. And then I'm only working 9 to 5 the next day. So, those are my upcoming vlogs over the next few weeks or so. And I don't have any vacations planned until mid September when I go down to Florida for weddings. So, I'm still trying to keep the YouTube channel interesting. Once I start having money again, I will start going back out to Kings Island. I am able to afford the Gold Pass still because I'm paying monthly payments on my credit card, but it's just a matter of when am I going to be able to afford to actually work 5 days and not 6 days. And then, of course, there's a matter of are she and I working on the same exact days, or am I working one day and she's not? Because now we're trying to actually take our days off together so we can spend more time together. And now I'm starting to wonder, was it really a good idea for me to get the gold pass? I mean, at the time I thought it was worth it, but that was, of course, before she came into the picture. So it's just kind of like, eh. I mean, I've already been twice. Actually, well, twice at the gold pass, once by myself, and I definitely want to go again. Oh, I'm definitely going to take her for Christmas. I think she would like it very much. And I definitely going to go for hot for sure. That's one time I go every single year. I would like to go at least 12 times, you know, once for every month of the year. But I'll do my best. I'm sure Jeremy has gone a lot more. Jeremy is a good friend of mine from church, and he goes quite often. Oh, in other news that regarding Kings Island, so the Bat roller coaster lost its wheel while the ride was in motion. Supposedly the ride's already back in motion again, but yeah, that coaster is getting old. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the actual vlog. Thank you everybody for your patience as I went over some quick announcements. Hopefully, Lord willing, by next week I'll have some other big ones. Thankfully, she's a planner like myself, and she always lets me know stuff in advance. And I think that's another reason why she and I get along so well is because of the fact that she and I have similar personalities and we like to plan things out. You know, all that fun stuff. So, uh, the reason why I felt like I was so independent in high school is because once, or well, at least when I went to Candlelight, once I left the safety net of Oasis Christian Academy, I discovered that Candlelight Christian Academy was only a 2 mile walk or bike ride. So I said to my parents, well, I really don't need any more rides to school. I mean, there were the occasional trips where, like, it was raining or it was really cold and they didn't want me out there. I've even gone to school when it's like really foggy. I don't think they really cared at that point, but I always enjoyed going to school. Just me personally, I actually look forward to biking to school or walking to school and walking home or biking home. It was just two of the my favorite times of the day because it was so quiet, it was so peaceful. I was by myself, and Lake Wales is a very quiet area in Florida, and I personally love the peace and quiet. That's just me, and I would just basically get on my bike, and if I were to go to school, I would ride about halfway down the road I left off of, which was Burns Avenue, and I would go as far as a crosswalk, and I ride across as soon as it was safe to do so. And then I get to the top of Spook Hill, and I just ride all the way down. And it was very rare at that time of the day for a car to be coming up. So I think there was one time I almost did hit a car, but I was able to swerve out of the way. But most of the time, it was a very nice, easy ride. I basically would go right past the school, and I would stay all the way off to the left, so I wasn't in the way or anything. And I would ride all the way down. I no, it would have been safer for me to go all the way down the road and kind of do some rigmarole to be safer. But when I discovered how much quicker and faster and easier it was to take Spook Hill, I basically would just take that all the way down, and I would follow that path away for a little bit. And eventually I would take another side path or road that connected to the high school, and I would come up that road and come up on the high school. The very first place I turned into was over by the garage. I would open up the garage door. I would park my bike, and I would go straight to class. It was kind of nice. I could easily get to school from my house in about 10-15 minutes just by biking to school. It was a very quick, easy ride. 2 miles is actually very easy to do, especially when you're fit. And Mondays were the worst because I had already biked all the way to school, and then they turned around and they had us do all that other exercise, and I was like, oh my word. And then you had to turn around and go back home, so we got off at 2:15, right? So we basically would how should I put this? Mostly everybody would go outside and get picked up by their parents. Some of them would go to the parking lot, get in their car, and drive home. I would never have lost weight if I had gone to my or if I had a car at the time, just because of the fact that I was like, well, it's only 5 minutes away, and it's not like I'm in any hurry to see or to go home or anything. So I'm just like, I mean, it's fine. There were days when I kind of regretted going home via my bike. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I mean, there were days when I did kind of regret having to walk home or bike home. And I wouldn't say it was all the time. There were just a couple of days here and there. I was like, yeah, I kind of wish I could just drive home. But most of the time, I actually really enjoyed the walk home or the bike ride home because it was just so quiet and peaceful. It was good exercise. And then, of course, I get to Spook Hill, and I was just like, oh my word. And once you've worked out enough times, like I was so fit at one point. Spook Hill is a very steep hill. I could literally bike up that half of the way before I'd actually have to get off. I think I got the highest I ever got was 3/4 of the way, and then I had to walk up the rest of the way, and then I was easily able to just get on my bike and just take right off again. It only took me about 20-25 minutes just to get home via bike. So a little longer because I had to work against the hill, but still, that's not bad considering it'd probably take me longer than that now. But I'm sure if I were to do that workout again, I could probably get in shape really fast. But, like, what am I getting at? Like, how did, like, biking to school or whatnot help me to become more independent? Like, David, what are you getting at? More or less, it's just the whole fact that I didn't have anyone to rely on. It was called, if I wanted to go to school, I had to get myself up and I had to get myself there. It's kind of like having a job. Like, let's say the Ark encounter right now. I want to go to the Ark. I need to literally get myself out of bed, get myself ready on time, and actually get to the Ark. And that's all there is to it. And, no one's going to, make me stay there. But, at the same time, I'm just kind of like, well, I could go get a closer job to the house and I could rely on the bus system, and then I wouldn't have to, necessarily worry about having to get myself to work as easily. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people sometimes can be like, I don't always feel like doing that. I'm just going to go do the easier thing. It's just like the whole school situation. I could have easily just given up, throwing the towel in, and been like, do I really want to keep biking to school all the time? Do I really want to keep walking to school? I mean, I could easily have gone back to Oasis if I really wanted to, or found another school along the way that was even closer and that I could have gotten dropped off at. I could have even gone to Lake Willis High right behind my parents' house, and I could have just walked there every single day. And it wouldn't have been as difficult, but I mean, I literally was going out of my way to get walk or bike ride to school 2 miles a day, and that's just one direction. That's not even round trip. That's 4 miles round trip easily. It's like, who in their right mind would do that? But when you really love doing something, you just do it. And this is kind of the same thing with me working at the Ark. I mean, I'm choosing right now to drive 16 miles a day round trip, but nobody is making me do it. And I think that's why I've honestly become so independent. It's just called, you want to do something, you have to do it yourself. Nobody's making you do it. I mean, yeah, of course, my parents only want what's best for me, but at the same time, my parents are going to be supportive of whatever decision I make too. So it's like, if, but I still feel like my parents would be against me leaving the Ark at this point, especially with me going full time soon. So that has been one big decision, or one big announcement I can make, is I am going full time probably within the next couple of months or so. And I feel like my parents would be completely against me leaving the Ark at this point, especially guest services, because of the fact that I am going full time within the next couple of months. And I know how adamant they are about me going full time. I mean, they weren't already happy with me giving up my health insurance just to save myself some money and hopefully to get my money back. But what am I gonna do at this point? I mean, it's done. I already saw the money go out the window. I can't get that $220 back anytime soon, and who knows when I'm gonna get it back. I guess it could take up to 2 months to get back. Their exact answer was 30 business days, but that's basically 2 months when you think about it. So, to make a long story short, how did going to Candlelight make me an independent person? Well, it's just the whole fact that it's called, if you really love doing something or going somewhere or whatever, then you will be willing to do what it takes to keep doing it. It's called, you have to be the one to make that decision. Somebody can't do it for you. If I really want to remain at the Ark, I have to be the one to stay at the Ark. And this could be directed to anybody. I mean, I could literally say the same thing about my brother. My brother is deciding on his own right now to stay at the Creation Museum and doing overnight adventures of both the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter and doing 18 full time. My brother could easily go off somewhere and do something else. He is choosing to stay on his own at the Creation Museum. Yes, that is showing independence. But what makes me even more proud of him is the fact that he chose on his own, nobody else, to go to the Creation Museum and, to apply for a job there and to even go there in the first place and interview. I feel the same way with me and the Ark Encounter. I chose to come up here all on my own. I chose to apply for a job at the Ark Encounter. I chose to transfer over to guest services on my own. Nobody told me to transfer to guest services. Ironically, I had gone to get culinary because somebody else wanted me to, but at the end of the day, I actually felt like guest services has been the better department, and not just because that's where I had the department I prayed to go into, but because of the fact that I personally wanted to go into that department. I had chosen on my own to go to guest services. But that doesn't mean that everybody that works in guest services necessarily is set for guest services. I'm sure there are a couple of people that work in guest services right now who would actually be better off in another department, but right now they are in that department with me. Like, some people are probably thinking right now, David, you belong in culinary, you have all this experience. Yeah, so, I mean, there are some people like my brother, for example, who think I would be a lot better in this department called technical operations, which is basically the equivalent of Disney attractions or ride operations. Just because I have a Disney background, but that doesn't mean that I want to do it. Just because you have experience in something doesn't mean you necessarily want to do it. And it has to be an independent decision that you make and you make alone, not someone makes for you, which is the whole point of this YouTube video. If when you decide to do something, did you first of all pray about it? That's the number one thing. Always remember that. Always pray about a decision. Number two, did you make the decision on your own? Or did you make it based on what another person, human being, told you? And number three, finally, did you spend a lot of time praying about it and meditating upon it? Or did you try to making the decision overnight? And to me personally, those are the three best decisions that you can make when it comes to independence. Hands down. I kid you not. And if you can go by those three decisions, or those three things, it'll take you far in life. I can promise you that. Well, I think that's about it for tonight for my YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in the next vlog, which hopefully it'll be sometime this week. If not, for sure Sunday. But let's try to get one done before then, shall we? So always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great night. Peace out. I'm going to get some sleep.